My name is Arun Jagtiani, and I'm a proud St. Martin. In a few short weeks, our country is going to be heading to the polls to elect 15 new members to Parliament. There's 126 candidates from 9 different political parties that are contesting this election, and I think the entire voting population could benefit from knowing a little bit more about who these candidates are. Over the next few days, I'm going to interview a few new faces and a few political veterans. So join me, St. Martin, and let's talk politics. For the benefit of the viewers who are tuned in right now, especially those who are new to St. Martin politics, perhaps there's a lot of first-time voters out there. I want to clarify that the PPA is not a brand new political party. It can be a little confusing right now when you look at all the campaigning that's going on, meaning there's, you know, the 4, if you want to call them the most noticeable parties, and then several new parties as well. The PPA was established
in 2003.
St. Martin, 2003.
Correct.
When you contested several elections as the leader of this party. But then when we became Country St. Martin in 2010, for lack of better words, I'll say the PPA was sort of put on the shelf and you joined the UP party, which received kind of mixed reaction. Tell me about why you made that move and why you believe that was the best move at the time.
Definitely. The PPA started in 2003 to 2007. We were a formidable faction in that island council. We even brought forward the first and only draft initiative law, which was the law to institute the Ombudsman office during that period. And regretfully, in 2007, we were voted out after working so hard. So those 3 years, I went back to the civil service. I went back to being working in the island secretariat. And in 2010, January, was the last federal elections. PPA participated in that elections as well, those elections as well. We had a lot of votes. I personally had over 1,000 votes.
Wow.
And, but we did not make those 3 seats to turn off the lights, so to speak, of the last parliament of the Netherlands Antilles. And for 10-10-10, we were approached by the now UP leadership, we meaning the board of the PPA, to contest the elections together and go forward in helping to move St. Martin forward because of the new constitutional status that we achieved. So that was the reason we were approached. We said, in the interest of the country, let us work this thing out together. I became number 2. Some of my other colleagues of the PPA were in different slots of the new party slate. And as I said, the rest of history.
So the first time you contested an election with the UP party, you were very successful in 2010. If I remember correctly, you were amongst the highest vote getters in that
I was one of the 15, yeah.
Yes, you definitely, you had enough votes definitely to earn your seat in Parliament. And again, as we mentioned, you then were a pretty obvious choice, I think, for the President of Parliament at the time. And you did a fantastic job at that capacity.
Thank you.
But then when you contested the election in 2014, your personal votes, total votes, were way down.
Absolutely.
You didn't even have enough votes to get a seat in Parliament.
No.
Why do you think that was? And what gives you the courage now to contest another election, let's say, let alone as a new party or as on your own party?
On hindsight, Arun, when we joined the UP party, again, in discussion with the board, etc., I did not really understand that my voters, my constituents, didn't really like the move, because indeed my votes kept going down. And that second time in 2014, it was dramatic. And I was shocked for a couple of seconds. Then I said, you know what? The voters spoke, so I need to move on. So we were out of office. I personally was out of office for 2 years. And in those 2 years, I've been approached and encouraged by my support and others who said, you know what? We like you better. You could function much better under your own leadership. You have your party, restart that, and that's what we did. In discussions with the party leadership, the old party leadership, we reinstituted the PPA party, and the support has really been so encouraging that it encouraged me to approach candidates and form this new party, well, re-energize the PPA party under the new laws and contest the elections. The support has been really, really encouraging, and we are absolutely looking forward to be part of the new parliament after September 26th.
Well, from this brief conversation that we're having, I can see that you haven't lost your energy or don't seem to have lost a step at all. But I have to ask the question with your, again, I hate to keep bringing this up, but your vote count went down There are many out there who would say Gracita is on the way down. But now you've completely taken a very bold step, as many would say, to put the lights back on.
That's
on
correct.
the PPA party, take it off the shelf, dust it off, and come out here and contest this election. Where do you get the courage to do this from?
The love for my country, love of my people, the support, with the background, the experience, the knowledge that I have accumulated over the years, with an impeccable track record for speaking truth to power and also working very hard. I cannot do otherwise to be back in the arena and not sit back and complain. I'm a doer, I'm a producer, and I believe in the potential of St. Martin. St. Martin is a great country. Together with the PPA party, the candidates that we have, under our vision with a great manifesto, we can turn this country around. Right now, it is just flatline.
Yes.
With the great ideas that we have to stimulate businesses, to encourage young people to be the best that they can be. We can move St. Martin to be the best country in the world.